Hey guys, before I shut that off and get a lawsuit, how y'all doing? Just the old crow, back again to do another one of my tactical perspective toy reviews. Tactical, that's all, folks. Yeah, we'll turn that right down before I get a copyright hit. God, I love that opening though. Yeah, I went off today. You guys know I already did a TCCC for today, just talking about those Thrifty Thursday finds that I got. It's become part of my routine. That's when my budget refills for my toy collecting and for, well, I can't even call it toy collecting anymore. It's toy collecting and channel displays. I'm just looking right now. I just bought a new light for one of my shelves, hoping that would cast some light to make it workable for a figure review. I just seeing how dim that MF is. So, $1.75 well spent, Ryan, at the dollar store today. Boo earns. Maybe I'll open up these packs while I go and tell you about the figures I got today. As you guys might have tuned in already, and if you haven't, you can check it out later if you want. I played Where Is My Mind by the Pixies for good reason today, because I managed to get my head back. I feel like I've been swimming in so much concerns about, the conduct of the channel, trying to grow the channel, trying to get to that point with the channel to do everything I want to do and involve subscribers and other content creators. And I got lost in what I was enjoying about this line. And it's not about the channel that got me lost. It was about keeping up with the wave, right? This huge wave. Where is my mind, right? I got into G.I.Joe because I enjoyed the nostalgia of it. It was a big deal in my life, and the figures were good. I didn't think I was going to get caught up in the swirl of buying figures that I didn't actually want, and I almost did. I've done it a couple of times, buying figures for the sake of buying figures, to do a review on them and to have them on the shelf, filling that spot, and there's a couple in my collection where I'm like, I'm always glad to have them. And I always am. They're always a great thing to add to my collection, but there are some where I was like, meh. They're not my favorites. And you've seen them. Some of them just go for instant conversions after sitting on my shelf for a couple of months because I'm just not pursuing that vein of thought. I got the figure. I reviewed the figure. I'm done with the figure. But this whole coming out with a massive wave at once has rules that I have to follow, that stores have to follow. Hasbro gets to make up as they go along, and I can't get swept up on it. I can't punish myself if I can't keep up with a wave. And I have to remind myself, one of the things I did really enjoy about G.I.Joe Classified in my first year was the hunt. The hunting down that gratifying figure that maybe you missed your opportunity on, but you get another kick at it. That's a better light. So one of the hunts that I was waiting to start all this time was, where is Recondo? Recondo. I have Tiger Force Recondo. You guys know, if you've watched this channel, I feel like this is dirty pool, Hasbro. This was very dirty pool because it was releasing a repaint for the subline before you had released the original figure. And as much as I love this Recondo, and I love Recondo as a character, this is probably one of the better Tiger Force repaints I think out there. You came out the gate with that good repaint of him. But, in my mind, every time I looked at him, I was like, God, I wish I had the one I had as a kid. That tan reconnaissance one. This one that I've already depackaged. Look at the crow. He hates doing unboxings. Is he impatient? It's a little bit of both. But I hate that crinkle, crinkle, crack, crack sound being out there. I know how that sounds on other shows and whatnot. And I have a low subscriber base, and I don't think that's because I don't do unboxings. I think that's for other reasons. So I've gone ahead and unboxed this because I wanted to get him, put the hairdryer to him, get him limbered up. He's been in a shipping container for a while apparently. So I am happy to have this one again, and I'm gonna find my glasses really quick and read you the file card. I was all ready to pull this up online. Oh dear Lord, where did I put my glasses? Here's a pair, but they're not my good ones. There we go. I was all ready to do my usual pull up the slideshow, read the file card, show you pictures of what the original package looked like, but it was this. Essentially, it was this. And there's the file card. And all we're missing is the flag points, eh? But there's the wave release, in which they've only shown us the 3, right? And it's, if you watch more recent, I think Shark News, Artist Shark or Shark News, or one of the other channels was showing us the wave, the wave that comes after with the beachhead, it's Snow Serpent. Oh my God, what am I talking about? No, it wasn't them. It was Seven's Wild. It was my boy down South 77 and his cousin there. Anyways, we had a good look at that wave. And yeah, it was pointed out how, you know, even in that wave, they only show the 3 from that wave. And it was like, why don't you just show the collection as you built it or something? You know, you've got all this space in the back, but it is a one-piece cardboard. And just like they pointed out over on Seven's Wild the other night, while I was painting, I was listening. Yeah, they folded that image right over. So it's almost like they just double folded a piece of cardboard, double stock, and that made it the problem solver that everybody's ranting about. I don't really care too much about the box and whatnot. You see what I do with them? I bring them back over here and I tuck them away with the rest of the boxes. But I should read you the file card. So it's Daniel LeClaire, Jungle Trooper, Infantry, Secondary Intelligence, born of Wheaton, Wisconsin. Recondo hates colds. He loves hauling a rucksack through the brush and sweating through his camis. When he's in the jungle, he owns it. Anybody else is trespassing. Yeah, so he's a reconnaissance specialist. Now you gotta remember that uniform, this character, he came in the post-Vietnam era build of a toy line, right? So I'm going to turn the camera, we're going to have a look at this figure, then I'm going to pull him down and do some manipulation, talk about him, and compare him to this guy one last time, side by side. I figure is the best way to do it. So let's go have a look at this Recondo and talk about what we finally got in the retro line, because this is a retro figure. And was it worth the wait? You know, was it worth it? All right, let's go over here and we'll just drop this camera down after I get the mirror that's shining it. Yeah, that's so I can see if I squared off sometimes. Ooh, bought a mirror today. Bought a crappy light that doesn't work. Yeah, this is the top light that I was trying to get to work, but what a piece of junk, guys, hey? Oh, well, my special effects budget can handle a dollar store light. So this is him. I've got him in a crouched position just because I thought it was appropriate for him being a recce guy. And, you know, you see him holding off the rest of the patrol with his hands like, hold up. I think I see a crow. And, yeah, all the snakes are like, we like crows. And I'm like, oh, okay. Anyways, storytelling over. This figure is exactly as you would remember it back in the day. So if we give it that old crow head-to-toe inspection, like he's one of my troops, I'm going to say that I've already done this review. And I did it with the Tiger Force Recondo. And I know I was really excited back then. I was new to the line. I was very passionate about, oh my God, what's to come. And I hadn't had much experience with Hasbro since I had been a child at that point. Sorry while I manipulate. We're just going to get him a stand. How about that? I know I had one set aside for him. So, yeah, in my previous review, the Tiger Force Recondo, I know I made big deals about his hat and the scrim on his rifle. And I liked the chest rig, and I thought he was pretty articulate. I thought the hairstyle was cool, and the mustache was cool. I don't recall the grade, so I'm going to regrade them using my new number system. That's right, Tactical Perspective is making a change, guys. It's no longer an A+, B+, all that other stuff that has no logic or reason. I'm just going to do it out of 5. You know, just keep it simple. A little bit of my black spray paint fingers got on them there. That's not part of the model. So, yeah. If you haven't seen this guy already in your Tiger Force collection, oh, there's a good shot, eh? Then I will review that he's got that great swept back hair. You could tell He's probably been sweating that day. He's probably just brushed it back with his hands, run his hands through it, put his hat back on his head, during one of his breaks at a organized rendezvous or just a listening halt or something. He's got his sleeves up because that is the tradition of that. I can't remember what reconnaissance battalion he was designed off of, but their uniforms, it was part of their kind of their dress state. Maybe Damac as of knows in the comments or somebody. I did look into it back when I was looking at the Tiger Force Recondo, saying what was that old uniform based off of anyways, and it was based off of a real uniform, but again, Vietnam era. So he's got the hair, like I said, the mullet, which does affect his look-up ability, but that ab crunch kind of compensates for that when he's not wearing his pack. He can, oh, Jesus, just nearly missed Indiana Jones's whip there. But I did that more also to remind myself to tell you about the chest rattle. When he was standing upright, there is a bit of rattle in that chest. And you've seen other guys comment on it. It seems to be a consistent observation through this particular character's reviews. So the chest rig, everything else really no change. If we put him side by side by his ride or die partner himself, his dark self. Good Recondo, bad Recondo, good Ash, bad Ash. Yeah, looks like the cast of an Australian war movie. Anyways, it's the exact same kit loadout, everything's the same, and you gotta wonder if maybe I might like seeing some of the kit swapped out between the two. But really, that'll be something I feel out as I have a look at them on the line. Did I pull off Recondo's backpack somewhere? I did, yeah, and I failed to set it within line of sight. So yeah, the backpack that Recondo comes with is right here. There we go. Ta-da! It's the exact same backpack, but you can see they've done a different color on it, right? They've colored that one up a little bit. That bedroll is looking better, but they didn't lend enough color to go do that canteen. Come on. Get within reason. You don't need both to be colored. Silly, greedy consumers. But yeah, I mean, does this character take me back to when I was a kid and I bought him, I think on the same trip I got Mutton Junkyard? Yep, he does. Okay, so we've got that torso kind of squared away. That shirt, because there's no second layer and it's a loose fit shirt, so he can patrol a long time without getting all sweaty and hot, more so than he's already getting in the heat. It's a good chest mold. And does this mean Tiger Force Recondo is going to go and get repurposed? No, not really. I really like my Tiger Force Recondo. I need to have a Tiger Force footprint, and he's a good one. I'm probably leaving him alone. But would I use this shirt and leg combination on any conversions or kit bashes in the future? Absolutely. Yeah, it's good. It's all good. There, now I got him hunched over because he's like, oh man, he says I'm not sweating, but God, I'm like 78 years old at this point. Yes, of course I'm sweating. The Bowie knife, the Gurkari or whatever you want to call it, always a great ad. Starting to see a few more than I'd like to see in the series as far as its uniqueness being a little exploited, but I get it. Hasbro's got to reuse their molds, get those money's worth out of their patents. You're gonna have to see them from time to time, but I do like the watch on his wrist, and that patch on his shoulder, his unit identifier. But the only thing is, and I'm sure that's an American thing if it's a thing at all, but with us, when we go on a recce patrol, we take off everything. Like, we just go raw naked. No, I mean, we take off everything. I mean, names, ranks, unit identifiers, everything that kind of just says where we are and where we're from, who we're from, and we'll, the rest of the drills of the movie. You only answer certain questions and stuff like that on capture. But I mean, a sanitized uniform is what we were taught to go out on a recce patrol with, because you're there to gather information on the ground and the enemy and the terrain and get that up to higher to give them an accurate picture of what they're up against so they can do their best op planning against it, right? And then if you got compromised, well, it's one thing. That information that information is gone, but you being gone says something too. But if you've got all your unit information on you, like what unit you are, what rank you are, maybe you left your orders in your pocket like a dum dum. There you go. You've given everything up, right? And not only have you lost the information ability to provide to hire, but you've now actually compromised everybody and everything. The whole op is blown because of you. There you go. The more you know. Knowing's half the battle, and the other half's money, apparently. So yeah, I do like the boots. I love these patrol boots, and they've got the little wet weather guard like dusters on them. The good boots. These stands are. I picked these up at GameStop. It's like, I think $9 gets you 3. There goes his hat. That's a shot, everybody. It's a crow thing. You do a shot when I drop kit. You do a whole drink when you no, it's a shot when the figure drops. Pardon me. Never mind. You haven't earned a shot with just a hat. There you go. So really quick and dirty on this Recondo. My favorite parts of this is that he finally feels like the professional guy I associated him with when I had him in my collection as a kid. Yeah, everybody wore olive drab green or, different types of brown. Recondo was the one that just looked like he was like the best recce out there besides Stalker. And I mean, like, Stalker was clearly the best to me. But yeah, it's I think this is a solid figure. Not really worth the wait, though, if you ask me. I think this is, like everybody else, this is definitely the one we should have gotten first in the line before we got Tiger Force variant. But you can't, what are you going to do? You can't go back in time yet. I haven't figured it out. If you figured it out, go back to yesterday, tell me, so I can fix this video. And yeah, it just is what it is. I can see a couple of hair paint misses now that I'm looking at it from certain angles with this trustier light, but all forgivable under the hat. I can see it affects the sideburns. Stop making a mockery of Recondo. You're making a fool of us all here. But yeah, it's overall, I'm satisfied with the figure for what I paid. Here's what I like most about this retro line, and it's not the card, guys. It's not the card stock. Let me put that mirror back so I know I'm looking at you while I fiddle with this figure one last time here. Hey, y'all. Okay. Am I in that shot? Let's see. Amateur Bush League. You little man, you. Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm glad we have him. I'm glad I can put this issue to rest of his absence, finally being gone. I'm sorry I had to come to retro cards, but retro cards had an advantage to me in that you always at least know if it's retro, you're getting the original back in the day. But you might be getting a cartoon variant, and then we're learning this with the Snow Serpent and that the cartoon variant. And what I mean is, just because it's the simplified, less kit, simpler version, does not mean that the repaint might be, the same at all. It's usually not. But if we get into the Deek Sumbo, whatever kind of cartoon colors added to some of these, it starts feeling Super 7 to me. And I'm using the Snow Serpent in his blue as one example, but I have heard rumors of the Cobra Infantry one day coming to, possibly coming to retro. It was just a rumor. And that it might be a different shade of blue than what we have with the line already. And that would be because of the cartoons. So what I really like about retro is, for now, they're predictable, but I know that's probably going to change as far as their image. And the price is fine by comparison to another big store that was carrying them more exclusively up till now. Up till now, the only place I could find retro was Walmart or Toys R Us. Okay? That's where I got going home. That's where I got my Snake Eyes, my Lady J. Yeah. Anything retro I got from them. Half the time, Walmart wasn't carrying them. They were sold out, or it was Destro. Always Destro, right? So they didn't have selection. They didn't have controlled stock. It was just, if it was there, it was there. But it was hardly ever there. And it was always at the full price, and that price was usually resonating somewhere around the 42 to 45.99 mark Canadian, right? Which for you guys in the States, I think is closer to about 30 bucks, or yeah, it's on the higher end of the fig pricing, right? So 25 to 30 bucks for you guys for standard figs. This was closer to your 30 to 35. Yeah, Toys R Us would always charge that much for them. And lately I found they've even gone up to $49.99 there. So what I liked is GameStop came out and their fig price was a standard members fee of $33, 35 with a no membership, 33 with the membership. So it tells me that this new distribution of retro to more outlets that sell it, it's exposing who really is jacking their prices and doesn't need to be that way. Absolutely not. So Toys R Us, I know you guys in the South say you miss it, but just realize it doesn't. It's usually running the same stuff as your Target is, as far as Python, Patrol, Tiger Force, all that other stuff, and the deals are not on the same scale. Other things I get good deals on. In fact, I picked up a couple to enhance a box that needs to go out today. Nothing big, but I mean good deals that of diverse other stock, right? But yeah, with the retro, at least they were dialed down to my standard fig price, of which I bought 2 today. So I gotta get moving here. I gotta get onto that other review. So on a scale of 1 to 5, my rating system for the play factor for Recondo sits at I'd say a standard 3.5. I'm going to call that just above the middle line because it comes with a head accessory. And the same kit he has from before. There's been no real adds to it, but you're getting a sidearm, a close combat weapon, a ranged weapon, a backpack, and a head accessory. It's your standard figure. That makes up for the 3, your average for play. He gets the 0.5 because I wanted him to have a 0.5. No, it's because he folds in nicely to the new themes of the line. By new themes, I mean, for example, this happy fella, right? Desert troop builders. Now, guys like him or Dusty, and do I have Dusty nearby? Just to point him out, sure. He and Dusty will actually look quite well together, along with those 60th anniversary soldiers, right? Because of the desert theme. And even if I had kept my desert snake eyes, maybe that would have fit in well too. But I don't have regrets. Solid up, you're still rolling. So yeah, that's my 3.5 on that. On a tactical grade, I gotta give him about I'd say 3.5 to 4. I know he's based off realistic U.S. military, old recce division there, battalion, whatever, from an older era, but you know, sleeves up, reflective watch, non-blackened blade. Yeah, those are the kind of things that you know better. Things that cause glint, cause return fire real quick. Even has his compass hanging down, which did he have it on the old one too? And I just never noticed it. Yeah, but it's just shiny and jingly, right? And we don't like jingle when you're on a patrol. Nope, don't like jingle, don't like shine, don't like things that reflect all the time. So that's my what I say, 3.5. I'm gonna go with on tack. But the look cool factor, that's the one that's always, at the core of it. Look cool, feel cool. Is it creative? Does it make you happy factor? He's a 4. He's a solid 4 out of 5. I have a lot of love for the character, for the figure itself because of my childhood and having this one. And yeah, I show that by dropping his kit everywhere. But, and the look cool factor, I think, yeah, no, you know what? He's a 4.5. I love that look for this character, and I'm so glad we got back to this with Recondo properly. All right, guys, so what did I say? A 3.5, 3.5, and a 4.5 for looking cool. All right, there you go. So yeah, We'll see if I can stick with that format for how long as I get ready to do the guy that came with this thing. Oh, is that Ma Deuce? It is now. But yeah, we're gonna do a review on 60th anniversary soldier there coming up very soon. Hey, if you like these videos, I keep forgetting to do this earlier. Oh well, shows how determined I am to just get it on, right? If you like these videos, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. Put me into motion. Get me up there on the subscriber list so I can do more fun things with the channels, give away more prizes, and start giving back to the community the way it's been given to me with the positive forward thinking and forethought. Crimson Vader, by the way, before I let any of you go, I want you to go check out Crimson Vader. You see him in the chat. He's starting his new channel. You could use some support off the bat. Go give him a look like. Go look like him. No, go give him a look. Go give him a like. Subscribe to the channel if it's for you. Give him your support. I'd appreciate it, and I know he certainly would as well. All right, guys, I will talk to you very soon on the next Tactical Perspective. Boom.